I got about 7 or 8, and then I've got the caterers come, and, well, you know, the kind of...
Okay, just make sure they're here.
Okay.
You can, after we get done with this the next interview, why don't you go out there and check on that?
All right.
Okay, who's next anyway?
We got, Donna Jens is next.
Jens?
Yeah. She is right here.
Do you have any film on her?
No film.
No film?
No.
Okay, I'd like to get some film on her. You can ask her afterwards, all right?
Yeah, okay.
I think from now on I'd like to ask just as a general thing out there, have them ask about it. You're Donna Jens?
Well, you know, I've really been out there in that hallway, and I've really been trying to get this together, and I don't think that I can really do a very good reading of this right now. I don't know why it's just not working. Maybe if you gave me a little more time, I could get it together. 5, 10 more minutes? Huh?
Hand me the folder on the actor that we liked with that girl this morning. Yeah, I think he has a rather interesting quality about him. How old is he anyway?
No age listed. He's got a lot of credits, though, and he's worked with some good people. Yeah.
I assume you're Donna Jens?
I believe that's what it says on my resume.
And, he's worked with a lot of good people, so I think he's, I think it's one for the yes column, you know, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, what I'd like to do is I think I'd like to have him read with Miss Kirkland, you know, the blonde that was in
Oh,
there.
yeah. That's a nice combination.
Yeah, yeah, all right. So, you're Donna Jens.
Very good.
Hello. You are Donna?
Yes, I am.
Good. I'm just going to ask you a few questions, and I'll have you read from the script you were handed when you first came in.
This script? Well, this character is rather hard to get a grasp on. Well, I really haven't had time to look at it. Her lines seem to go on forever. Perhaps this scene should be put in its wider context. What? This piece of shit? You know, you've written a lousy script, and you think that my great acting ability is going to bail you out. Well, no way, baby, no way. But if you don't have time for that, a thumbnail sketch will help point me in the right direction. You see, I simply need more information. I don't think I can give you a very good reading of this right now. That sounds fine.
Good. Now, first off, tell me a little about your experience.
Are you drying your teeth? Well, it depends on what you mean by that. Well, I really haven't had much. Nothing worth mentioning. I guess the stuff I've got down there is kind of amateurish. You know, I really wish that I'd done more. On film, it's been minimal. But are you interested in my stage work or my video work? Can't you read? I've been through the gamut. Everything from a university degree to softcore porno. And I wouldn't ask which one this interview comes closest to. And of that, are you mainly concerned with my leading roles, or would you like to hear about my supporting work also? Well, it's mainly theater. Most of my work was done with the Newbury Street Theater Company. What we did was we toured up the Eastern Seaboard performing in these tiny 50-seat theaters, sociological drama. I'd be performing these really intense scenes with the audience as close as you are to me right now. And I think it was a great training ground for film. I assume it had a lot of the intimacy that the camera is supposed to have. Anyway, the Newbury Street Theater Company was not your traditional sort of theater acting.
The Newbury Street Theater Company?
All together now, the Newbury Street Theater Company.
Where was this?
Boston.
I'm from Boston.
Oh, Lord, another guy on the make? I don't care, as long as he likes me. Oh.
Do you enjoy acting?
Why did you ask me that? I didn't mean to say that. Well, it's not that I hate acting. Let's see. I didn't mean to say that either. Will somebody shut me up? Do I enjoy acting? Yes, while I'm doing it. I get a little apprehensive before I go on, but I think that's what keeps it alive.
Can you tell me something about the kind of roles you've played?
There was Jenny, the divorcee. That was in Chapter 2, Neil Simon. And then Josefina, the Mexican prostitute in conflict over her religion. And, oh yeah, the neurotic housewife, Janet, in Six Room Review. But my favorite role was the hooker in Studs Terkel's Working.
A lot of prostitutes.
2 prostitutes, a countess, a gypsy, a lawyer, criminal, 2 elderly women, a go-go dancer, the Sugar Plum Fairy, and a secretary going through a heavy identity crisis. Listen, bub, I play a prostitute the same way I play any other woman. Whether we're in high finance or pushing a mop, we all have to play the same kinds of games when we put ourselves out on the marketplace. Kind of like a slab of meat, which is something you ought to relate to, you mealy-mouthed scumbag. I've played 2 prostitutes. They were both very interesting roles, and I think they had a lot to say about the feminine dream.
Well, I'm just curious about...
Okay, why don't we move on to the scene here? I'm not going to tell you what I'm looking for. I'll merely state that you are a newspaper reporter. You are with the man you have a crush on, who is also a reporter. He is in love with someone else. You've been working together for hours, thrashing out an important story. He's getting ready to leave, and you want him to stay. Are you ready?
There's something I'd like to say, here and now. I've always felt that one must get completely into a role. And for most of my life, I've tried. I've really tried to do that. But I know myself by now. And I'm very stiff. Agents have told me this. My own mother. I try to relax. But things always seem to go wrong. I can't forget myself. I guess I can't act. I'm ready. Can I get out?
This is just a reading. I want to see how you work in close proximity.
Yeah, but I really feel I could give a better reading if I could move around.
Very well.
Thank you.
This is my apartment, right?
Yeah, this is your apartment.
Okay. See. Alex, I'll organize these letters into chronological order so you can get a better idea of the progression of these buy-offs. Then I guess I'll be on the phone most of the day tomorrow to get as many confirmations of the dates as possible. Do you want the story pages?
No, you keep 'em.
Well, you should have the story pages. Anyway, the rest of the evidence, the blueprints, the negatives, the tapes, and the photograph, they've all been filed and locked.
Are you sure you want to stay involved with this? It could be dangerous.
Everything involved with you is dangerous. You leaving?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the negatives to the safe. I need to know they're secure.
You know, it seems I spend an awful lot of time watching you leave.
Yeah, seems that way.
Alex, don't go. It would be nice if once...
Once what?
It would be nice if once you wanted to stay.
Do we have to go through this again? Out in the field, there's no one I'd rather work with than you, but there's Jean.
You've never given me a chance. Look, I care for you, and I want the best for you. If Jean can make you happy, if she can give you more than I can, then fine. But if she can't or won't, Alex, I know I can.
Do we have to go through that out in the... do we have to go through this again? No, wait a minute. I don't care for you in that way.
You have. I know you have. All I need is a chance. It's a gamble, but you've always been such a good gambler. Opportunities like this come once in a lifetime.
No promises.
Promises? What are they?
I think I'm going to have her come back in and read 93 and 98.
93 through 98?
Yeah. No, just 93 and 98.
And 98.
Make it 8:30 and I wanted to be with the Kirkland. Miss Jens, I'm going to give you a call back tomorrow. You take the script home with you and memorize the 2 scenes described on the sheet.
All right, I will.
And be prepared to change clothing. We're going to videotape you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much for coming in, Miss Jens.
See you tomorrow.